بالفعل الجمال في أعلى درجاته وصل في ختام اليوم الثاني من بطولة دبي الدولية للجواد العربي مع هذا الشوط الخاص بالفحول عمر 10 سنوات فأكبر. اللي متواجدين كلهم عندهم يعني ألقاب سابقة، بما أنه وصلنا إلى العشر سنوات فهذا شيء بديهي، لكن النوعية أيضا. شوف المشية، أول واحد متواجد، شوف المشية معروف، وأيضا هو يعني متعود على هذه الأجواء، سبق وأن توج عديد المرات، وايضا يعني متعود على المؤثرات الصوتيه، على الجمهور، على الاضاءه، حتى يعني انه بقائه لمثل هذا الوقت من الليل. يعني نحن طبعا شرفنا على تقريبا الساعه 9 الا ربع
The results for the first horse in this class, horse number 279, Ali Moniscione, owned by the Mandara Arabian Horse Stud. For type, 19, 19, 19, 19.5, 19.5, 19, and 19.5. For head and neck, 19, 19, 19.5, 19.5, 19.5, 19, and 19.5. Body and top line, 18, 18, 17.5, 18.5, 18, 17.5, and 18. For legs, 15, 15.5, 15.5, 16, 16, 15.5, and 16. For movement, 19, 19.5, 19.5, 19, 19.5, 19.5, and 19. With a total score of 91.40 for horse number 279. type, 19, 19, 19.5, 19.5, 19.5, 19, and 19.5. For head and neck, 19, 18.5, 19, 19.5, 19, 19, and 19.5. For body and top line, 18.5, 18, 17.5, 18, 18, 18.5, and 18. For legs, 15.5, 15.5, 16, 15.5, 15.5, 15.5, and 16. For movement, 19, 19.5, 19.5, 19, 19.5, 19.5, and 19. With a total score of 91.40 for horse number 282. Results for horse number 283, Lazal, owned by Hadi bin Jafar Al Mutawa. For type, 19, 19.5, 19, 19.5, 19.5, 19, and 19. For head and neck, 18.5, 19.5, 19, 19, 19, 19, and 19. For body and top line, 18.5, 18, 17.5, 18, 18, 18, and 18. For legs, 16, 15.5, 16, 16, 16, 16, and 16. And for movement, 19.5, 19.5, 19.5, 19, 19, 19, and 19. With a total score of 91.40 for horse number 283. The results for horse number 284, Banderas, owned by His Royal Highness Prince Khalid bin Sultan bin Abdulaziz Al Saud. For type, 19.5, 20, 20, 20, 20, 20, 20. For head and neck, 19.5, 20, 19.5, 20, 20, 20, 20. Body and top line, 18.5, 19.5, 18, 18, 18.5, 18.5, 19. For legs, 15.5, 16.5, 16, 16, 16, 16, and 16. And for movement, 19, 19, 19.5, 19, 19, 19, and 18.5. With a total score of 93.40 for horse number 284. The results for horse number 285, Ibn Patra, owned by the Al Qasimi Stables. For type, 19, 19, 19, 19, 19, 19, and 19.5. Head and neck, 19, 19, 18.5, 18.5, 18.5, 19, and 19. For body and top line, 18, 18, 17.5, 18, 17.5, 17.5, and 18. For legs, 15.5, 16, 15.5, 16, 15.5, 15.5, and 16. And for movement, 19, 19, 19.5, 19, 19, 19, and 19. With a total score of 90.30 for horse number 285. The results for horse number 287, Self Juice, owned by Mohammed bin Zabul Omar. For type, 18.5, 18.5, 18.5, 19, 18.5, 18.5, 19. For head and neck, 18. 18.5, 18.5, 18.5, 18, 18.5, and 18.5. For body and top line, 18, 18, 18, 18.5, 18, 18, 17.5. Legs, 16.5, 16, 15.5, 16, 16, 15.5, and 16. For movement, 19, 19.5, 19.5, 19.5, 19, 19.5, and 19. With a total score of 90.40 for horse number 286. And the results are in for the last horse in this class, horse number 288, Trabant, owned by Mohammed bin Isa Boushahab. For type, 19, 19, 18.5, 18.5, 19, 19, and 19. For head and neck, 18.5, 18.5, 18, 18.5, 18.5, 18.5, and 18.5. For body and top line, 17, 18, 17, 17.5, 19, 18.5, 17.5. For legs, 15.5, 15.5, 16, 16, 15.5, 16, and 16. And for movement, a unanimous score of 20, with a total score of 90.90 points for horse number 288. And the total scores for class number 14 for stallions aged 10 years and above. In first place, horse number 284, Banderas, owned by His Royal Highness Prince Khalid bin Sultan bin Abdulaziz Al Saud, with a total score of 93.40 points. In second place, horse number 282, Azin Ibn Justice, owned by Baha Mohammed Al Khatib, with a total score of 91.40 points.
تهانينا طبعا للفائزين، تهانينا لبانديروس من المملكة العربية السعودية المملوك لصاحب سمو الملك الأمير خالد بن سلطان بن عبد العزيز بحصوله على المركز الأول. وأيضا تهانينا لرقم 282 اللي هو طبعا عظيم ابن جستس، حصل على المركز الثاني، وفي المركز الثالث رقم 279 اللي هو علي مونسكيون المملوك لمربط منظم الخيول العربية. وفي المركز الرابع 283 اللي هو العلازال، أيضا لطبعا هادي جعفر المطوع. وفي المركز الخامس 288 اللي هو داربنت المملوك لمحمد عيسى خليفة أبو شام. تعنينا للفائزين ألف ألف مبروك، وندعو السيد علي بن غانم بن علي بن هميل المزروعي يتفضل مشكورا لتسليم الجوائز على الفائزين.
In third place, horse number 279, Ali Moneskion, owned by the Mandara Arabian Horse Stud, with a total score of 91.40 points. In fourth place, horse number 283, Lazal, owned by Hadi Jafar Al-Matawa, with a total score of 91.40 points. And in fifth place, horse number 288, Trabant, owned by Mohammed bin Isa Boushahab, with a total score of 90.90 points. We'd like to thank Mr. Ali Ghanem Al-Mazroui, representing the Bin Hamela Stud, for awarding our prizes for this class. Congratulations to all placed winners. We'd like to congratulate all of our winners again for today, for the second day of the Dubai International Arabian Horse Championship 2017. We'd like to also thank you all for attending today, and we'd like to welcome you back tomorrow for the last day of the Dubai International Arabian Horse Championship 2017, and we will begin classes at 3:30 p.m.